how to get better at Don't Do This in Bedwars is officially back after a couple of days with 3 banger videos that we can look at, make fun of, rate, and break down. I got controller, PC, and mobile gameplay to try to cover all the bases, but if you want to see some specific videos or something specific, then let me know in the comments below and I'll make sure to consider it. So, first gameplay here, we've got Noobmaster69. Some people might know him, some people might not. He's a pretty well-known controller main from my experience, and he sent in footage. I think he sent in something before, but it wasn't something I wanted to really look at because it didn't feel like there was much I could say, basically. And that's something that I want to just say for everybody. If you want to send in footage, you can do so on my Discord, but please make sure that it's something that I can really look at and point stuff out, because most of the gameplay that gets sent in is just, oh, I break bed and then I kill person, tell me what to improve. You know, it has to be games where it's tough decisions, something that you yourself maybe can point out. If you're just winning every single game, then there's nothing to improve. Am I right? So yeah, he got his first base, and Aqua's bed is gone. I want to turn around. Yes, turn around. What? Why does he keep going? Does he want to get Blue's bed? Why is he hiding? The person voided because they probably know he's coming. I don't know why. Okay. Now you build up because your FOV is too small to see him walk out, which he doesn't. You probably think he's a good player, right? Okay, that's not fun to look at. And the white's fighting pink, I think, or pink's fighting white, one of those two. I don't know who actually killed who. And by fireball. Okay, bad defense, I guess. Why clay though? I would have gone with endstone. Oh wait, what are you? Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay. You know, the funny thing is it's gonna somehow work too. Okay, so pink's bed is gone, so white is not rushing you anymore. Weird rush by pink, but now you're safe. So you got lucky there. Now I would watch out. This guy's gonna be incoming soon. Watch out for. He's right there. Okay. Yeah, he's dead. You bought shears, very smart. That helped you in that specific scenario. And ladders too. Worked out very well. Very nice. Very well played, honestly. I'm actually very impressed how that worked out. Very nice. I actually enjoyed that. That was a pretty well thought out defense. It worked very well. Took advantage of the other opponent being stupid and over aggressive, but you could have lost if the other person had enough stuff to buy a fireball. I don't think they took red's gen and ender chested it and then got green's gen and got enough to buy fireball. Otherwise they would have probably done that, and I think that would have exposed the bed, although I'm not sure. Maybe not. But that could have not worked at all. And white's all over at gray. I don't know why you're here. You should turn around now. Or go to middle. This guy's at reds now, probably. I would void. This guy's at red or blue already. I would turn around. I don't know what you just. Something fell, I think. I didn't see what it was though. Okay, so now they're at blue. That probably means that he's either at red or you just didn't see him, like his name that didn't render. I would. This is difficult. I would just go to green and shift there for now. That's something I would do. Because I doubt he's at middle. Because there was no bridge to middle. If there was a bridge from red to middle, you would have seen it, right? He's at blue or red. I don't know what you're doing in middle. Oh god. I think your bed's gone. Yeah, your bed's gone. Yeah, there's white blocks at red. I knew it. It's so unnecessary. Yeah, your bed. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Okay. Don't miss the bridge. No. You could have waited a bit. You could have killed him if you aimed for the bridge. Oh my god, you almost just fell there. Okay. I would... What do I do with 6 animals? Invis and Pearl? Maybe like Invis jump, if you want to be aggressive. Okay, 2 jump, 2 Invis. Yeah, sure. He's rushing you. Invis, Invis, Invis. Don't... Invis. Okay. Yes. Very smart. Don't drink jump. You can hear that. I think you heard that. Oh no. That's... Okay. That might just be nerves. Yeah, he saw you. Oh god. I'd leave. I'd leave. Leave, 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 leave. Leave, leave, dude. No. Okay. Okay, hold up. Okay, so let's break this down. So, I think mistake number 1 is after you killed blue, and like you haven't gotten white sped, you didn't go to mid immediately. I think knowing that like white got gray sped, you should have like seen this. I think this is pretty obvious. Like you're not focusing on anything. You're just paying attention. You should just be paying attention to chat right now. So, white got gray bet. That means that he's very, very far away. Well, not very far away, but you should have. What I would have done is I would have gone to middle. Let me like quickly open up Paint and let me I guess make a map for those uninitiated. So I just made a map so we can visualize together what you should do in a scenario like this. You've got the diamond gens right here, massive middle, and you've got the bases. This is what Perched looks like roughly. Now New Master's yellow, white. Obviously, I had to make a gray outline so that it's not white on white. And white right now is at gray, maybe even the diamond gen. By the time that Noob gets to his base, or maybe even red. I don't know. Now, Noob just got to pink with this bridge. Let's just imagine this as a bridge. Now, he does not see white at gray, from what it looks like. He goes over here, pinks there. I mean, he does have a very small render distance compared to other people, which is why a big render distance could really help, because you can see if a player has left a certain base by just looking at if they place blocks after a certain point. So, okay, so we don't actually know where this guy is at. Do we see a bridge? We do see a white bridge from gray. Okay, so this guy has... Where am I? This guy has left gray, probably gone to red already. Let's assume he has, right? Now, what Noob does here is he falls off. What I would have done is not fall off. I mean, but if I did fall off and I'm back at yellow, what I would have done is I'm assuming that white is in this area right here, right? I'm assuming that, let's just, I guess, visualize this once again. So I'm assuming that white is here, roughly, okay? In this area. If I'm wrong, then not that bad, because let's say he's a bit further. Let's say he's over here to blue. That's not a big issue. That's not going to ruin this strategy or what you do in the situation. So what you do is you'll respawn, and you can do 2 things. Either one, you go to green, and then you go to middle. That way you're checking if the person's at blue, and you can also at the same time check if the person went to middle from gray or to middle from red. Now, the other thing you can do is you can just go to middle from yellow directly. Now, the problem with this is that if that somebody is at blue and they just went to the diamond gen, and let's say you're like running around here and trying to check where the person's at. This is usually the way you'd like walk around to check where somebody's at if they're not in middle. Then you'll see them very late. Like let's say you just walk around here. By the time that you see them, they're already at green maybe, and that's scary because you have to decide to, am I gonna rush them? Like, am I gonna go to green and maybe risk getting fireballed? Or am I gonna, I don't know, shift at middle and hope that they go in this very small bridge? Like, obviously, we're forgetting that there's a small island between red and green, which makes fireballing very, very difficult because you only have a very small space to fireball, and the distance between middle and these islands is very far. So it's hard to fireball, no matter how good you are. So, yeah, you probably void, and at that point, you're probably gonna lose your bet because the other person has gone to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases plus 2 diamond gens, so that's like upwards of I don't know, 6 diamonds and God knows how many fireballs. You know what I mean? So this is a bad idea. Going to middle, if the person's at blue, is a bad idea. Now, if the person's at gray, that's a great idea, because what you can do is you can get some emerald generators, and by the time he's gone to blue, you can then just go back to green, and you're fine. And then you can contest this diamond gen, or if the person doesn't feel it, they can maybe try to go to middle, but by that time you maybe already have the emeralds there, so going to middle has, there's no point. So what Noob should have done instead of going to middle is I would have just gone to green. That way I can make sure he's not here, because that's probably where he was at by the time that he respawned and by the time he chose to go to middle. And, then Diamond Gen base, it's all over. Now, I don't actually know how close the other person was to blue. It would have been interesting to see. We don't actually, get to see the actual player itself, just because of render distance, but maybe we can check. So, wait, is that blue base? I really, I wish we could tell if this is blue base. I think this is red though, because blue did die, and then respawned at blue. So white definitely is at red already. I think I discussed this in like the last don't do this at Bedwars, I guess that's what we're calling this series now. While you're trying to find somebody and you're in the void, just like check, or not even when you're trying to find somebody, just like check. That's always a good idea, is to just, when you're in the void, check what people are doing, check what there is to look at. And I think there's no block here, and I think this bridge is 2 blocks tall, so white has not gone to blue. Obviously, in the moment like this, it's very hard to register something like that, especially if you have like a massive "you died" screen. It's very hard to see that. I saw it now after I'm watching this video for like the 3rd time, so this is very hard to spot, obviously. But he's obviously already at red, because there is a bridge to red base. So by the time that you've respawned, he's probably already trying to go to blue. And you going to middle means that by the time you're at middle and you're like checking where he's at, he's probably already at Diamond Gen, at Blue's Diamond Gen, or green. And the thing you do is you don't even like check the right way around. What you do is you go to middle, and then you check Aqua for some reason, even though we've established that this person's at red or has left gray base, and you just walk around the wrong way. So what Noob does is he goes from his base to middle, and he checks this way around, which gives the other player an insane amount of time to go from red to blue, and to Diamond Gen, and to green base, which is when Noob, I think, spots him. I think Noob spots him when he's leaving green and going to yellow. So I'm just thinking, like, if you would have taken just 1/3 of that distance and walked the other way around, even though that wouldn't have been the smartest decision, I think would have spotted him in time before he got to green. I think would have spotted him at blue, and then maybe like bridging to green, and he could have cut him off. I mean, bridging to Diamond Gen, and he could have cut him off at green, which I would have done in the situation. Like, knowing me, I would have probably not like done all of this like thinking in like a couple of seconds while I'm in the void. I doubt I would have also found white. Maybe actually if I have a longer render distance, I would have, but I would have probably gone to middle, and I would have walked this way around, which again isn't the smartest thing to do. I think the smartest thing is going to green, but even if I did go to middle, I would have probably seen this person in time to be able to go to green. So yeah, I don't know. I think that's the main error, honestly. Everything you did was like pretty okay. Like looking to turn around once you noticed that white had gotten cyan. You turned around, but you didn't go for it at the end, which I don't know why. I guess you didn't want to because you felt like blue was more of a threat, maybe. This person did rush pretty fast, though, so again, your bed would have already been gone sooner, honestly. You just got really lucky. But you fought with blue really well. Honestly, a pretty smart defense. Like, you defended pretty intelligently right here with your clay. It's just the main error was you didn't check the map correctly for the player, and this is always this is always tough because the person could be shifting at a base, and it's hard for you to check where they're at. You have to like look at blocks, you have to assume stuff, you have to get in the player's head and think what you would do in a situation like that if you were them. So I think the main error was you just walking the wrong way around the middle. I think that's what I can boil it down to. But yeah, if you just went like and you just kept rushing this direction, didn't turn around for the emeralds, you'd have probably spotted him in time, and you could have won the game easily. You could have maybe even fireballed him while he was going to damage in, because that's like an easier fireball spot. But yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say. I hope you guys learned something. I mean, at the end, I guess the most obvious thing is just like, I don't know. I guess the ending, I don't really have much to say. This is just like luck. That's not really poor decision making. It's just, I don't know, wanting to take the fight and like just getting unlucky with like fall damage, and the other person having like a billion fireballs. Like I think it's more dangerous to like run away now than to take the fight, because you don't know if the other person has another fireball and they're gonna like hit fireball you off the bridge. So this is like honestly one of the best decisions you can make. It's just weird why you take so much fall damage though. Yeah, and then like obviously just lose the fight. That sort of is a bit obvious. Like you're not gonna win the fight at that point. So if maybe kept running and panicked, but you still dedicated the fight. So I guess respect in that sense. All right, so I talked way too long in the first part of this video, so we're gonna have to cut this part a bit shorter. But I'll still try to like I guess talk and give people some improvement tips. So first of all, we have somebody 48 rushing, which again, no, don't do this, please. You don't have to 48. You can just 32 if you bridge from this block or from this block. You don't have to bridge like this. Or you just wait for like the upcoming futuristic that has a shorter rush. You can do one of those two things. Yeah, you get this guy. He's making clay bed defense. You're just using your fist. Okay, very unnecessary. You're probably gonna lose the game just from saying that. I'm gonna skip forward because you spend way too long right here. And okay, you're very clearly very new to Bedrock, if you think that's cool, but okay, go ahead. And what are you doing? Are you trying to like collect the like are you trying to hit him with your ladders, or are you trying to, I guess you just got block trapped, but that's like, it was pretty obvious he was gonna do that, so I don't know what's happening. Okay, white's at middle, keep that in mind. That might be important. Who knows? Iron armor. Stone, yes. I like so far. Oh, he's here. It's building up. That's not a good sign. I would get water. That's never a good sign. I would get water. This guy's TNT. Get water. Please get water. Please get water. Get water, please. What are you doing? Get water. What are you doing? Oh my god, it's gone. Bed's gone. I don't know if you knew he had TNT or if you just didn't care, because I think looking at your gameplay so far, it could be both. You just bought a stack of ladders. It's one thing to buy a stack of ladders on accident. It's another thing to buy a stack of ladders on purpose. Okay. Oh man, I'm gonna have such a fun day editing this. How are you gonna play this? You're spending half an hour sorting your inventory. You should look around you more. There could be somebody behind you. Could be somebody at middle. We established White's at middle. What are you going to do with that information? He could be behind you for all you know. You have not checked at all. This guy's a fireball. Oh my god, you're so lucky. You never do that. You never do that when a guy's at his base for the entire... and you're going to die. Dude, this guy's actually the luckiest player ever. Okay, White's fighting Aqua. He's not close to you. You got Aqua's bed, and you're building up. Okay, that's fair. Don't jump down. Please don't jump down. Don't jump down. Please don't. Don't even think about it. You almost lost to that guy last time when you had full health and better resources. And he's fighting him. Well, I mean, I guess he's winning the fight, but still, that's very risky. He did wait long enough, though. He didn't jump down immediately, so respect. And what happened to the... what? Iron sword? Gapples? Hello? Why did you just waste all of that gold on 3 TNT? You just need 1 TNT for that bed defense. What? And why did you waste all 3? You could have like reused one of them for like something. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. Now you buy an iron sword? Okay. Yes, spam fireballs. And now, what are you gonna do? Backboard him? You can't even see him. Please don't waste any fireballs. No, please don't. No, don't do it, dude. Oh my god. You just wasted. You just wasted 160 iron on one kill. While there's still somebody else in the game. I could see that being worth it if the other person's good, but the other person was literally hiding on top of their base. They probably didn't have anything. Maybe like a KB stick or something. They wasted all of their resources on the massive clay bed defense, dude. Okay, and the guy was like right next to you. Did you not see him? Aqua was next to you. Aqua was at green base, or going to green base. Did you already forget that? Can we just roll back and look at this together? Do you not see him? He's right there. He's literally going to green. He just placed a block to go onto the bridge that you built, or that green built. How do you not see this? This guy's right here. I guess, like, how do you not see this while you're in the shop? It's so obvious that there's somebody moving. I'm literally looking at the gap and my eyes still pick up movement. Okay. Well, and now you're like really confused because you don't know where this guy is. Because you didn't pay attention for a second. This is a good example of also FOV being important. Like, if this guy had like Noob Master's FOV, he wouldn't have seen it at all. I think, at least. And you're going to Aqua. Oh my god. I guess you're getting like more stuff. I would not be surprised if you just walk off, honestly. Seeing what I've seen. Okay, Pearl. What now? Armor. And a tracker. Oh my god. A pearl. Armor and a tracker. A pearl's pretty good on this map. You can pearl to a lot of places. A pearl is good. Armor, honestly, I don't think so, because having armor is, especially like against somebody that's not very aggressive, from what it seems. Like they just got white and they didn't get anybody else. I think, like, they even lost their bed. They're probably just gonna run away because they're not smart enough to know that diamond armor isn't that like crazy of an upgrade to iron armor, like if the other person has more prot than you. But buying a tracker, man, come on. Like, honestly, buying 2 speed potions would have been more useful than a tracker. I guess, just because you didn't pay attention while you were in the shop and you didn't look at the edge of your screen to see that he went to green, because of all that, you've now wasted 12 emeralds on stuff you don't really need. I'm having a hard time thinking about what I would have done differently, because there's so many things you could have done differently. I mean, you could have just, like, I don't know, ran away and then shifted somewhere at middle and then, like, fireballed him when he went to yellow and then to middle through that bridge. You could have gotten just like 2 emeralds and then gone to aqua base, gotten invis, and then invis back to yellow, assuming that he's already there from green. You could have I don't know, you could just pushed him maybe if he was in the shop, and with like your 2 fireballs got him down to like 6 health and then just killed him because you're such a confident player. Or if you just did what you did now, I would have still like gotten, I don't know, a pearl and then like I don't know, maybe a second pearl, then I don't know, jump, invis, jump, I guess. I don't know. Like, there's a lot you can do with this. You can just be creative, and like I would, like, if I'm being honest, I would have just stacked up on like invis and jump and maybe gotten a pearl. It's not even that necessary. But just because you didn't know where the person was, you bought a tracker. Like, I guess considering the situation, it's not a stupid thing to buy. I can understand it. But I don't I don't know. It's not. And of course you're going to Aqua. Oh, the tracker's clearly pointing to middle and not to Aqua base. Oh god, please. And now you're gonna go to middle? Please don't push the diamond gen. Okay, you're gonna go middle. This is obviously a bad decision for a lot of reasons. The person could be hiding behind this pillar, just ready to fireball you in case you go to Aqua and bridge to middle. So I've just gone to middle from yellow, knowing that this guy's like very far away. This guy's not in front of me. Okay, the tracker's now pointing to green, where we saw Aqua go to. We established that like 2 minutes ago, and you just now find out. This is so frustrating. I don't remember the last time I've been so frustrated. I was frustrated like a while ago. Like I think actually maybe in the last How to Get Better at the second to last one. The last one on my Big Mouse channel. That's the last time I got this frustrated about Bedwars footage. And you actually backboard correctly. Very good. Very nice. Okay, I'm actually proud of that. That was a very nice fireball. Textbook. That's very smart. Hitting the top to knock him down. Like not even a way to knock him down to make him take fall damage. I doubt you did that on purpose, but that's very smart. I'm being very harsh. This wasn't really that bad. You still won the game. It's probably still better than the average Bedwars player. Things I'd noticed. First of all, try to not waste fireballs. try to not waste fireballs on stupid things like trying to kill this one guy at his base and like wasting so much iron on that. You have to like think more about what other players' intentions are. Like you're not the only player that has a consciousness. So yeah, I should just like thought what does this player want, and like even like then you should just looked up. Like placing that extra wool doesn't make a difference. What does make a difference is seeing what the other player like is placing or doing. So I would have just like you could have bought water in time probably if you like I don't know if you decided to go in the shop right now and bought water, you could have made it in time easily. Like you buy water now, you go out, places TNT, and you could quickly place water. You like you would have been fine. I just don't think why like you didn't do it. It seems like a pretty like easy thing to do. I guess maybe because like it isn't in your hotbar, you didn't do it. I mean like in your quick buy. But that's what I would have done. So that's something you should work on. And the last thing I'll work on is try to work on like I don't know your like awareness, because I haven't watched this part yet. I had watched like the start. I had not seen this, and I noticed this right away. That's not necessarily because I'm like better than you. It's just because my eyes just noticed this movement. I don't know why you didn't. Like maybe like even if I'm like buying this scalpel, let's just look at this. Like let's all together look at the scalpel, because that's what he's buying while we see the player. Let's look at the scalpel. You can still see the movement out of the corner of your eye. And even still, you can see him build up here. You can see the name tag. Obviously, this might be different if you're like playing on a laptop that has a really small screen. But that's something that you should like work on and try to think about. But yeah, overall, obviously not terrible. You still won a lot of fights, and in the end, you still did a pretty nice fireball. Although I would have liked to use the pearl instead of bridge, because that's something that could have gone very badly for you. If this guy had a fireball, then you would have been gone. You would have been dead. So I would have liked to see you use the pearl instead of bridge over there, because that's very risky. The player could just be acting like he's building up, and in fact just waiting for your bridge to like fireball you. But besides that, I think overall pretty good gameplay. Alright, now I was gonna do this iPad footage, but the thing is, this is 6 minutes long, so like double the length of like the first two, which is a bit too long for me. I don't want to make this video too long. I'll keep this for the next video, for like next week. But you guys can tell me what else you want to see me improve on this series, or what you want me to touch on, if you want me to use more interesting, fascinating graphics like this one. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.